Welcome to Inside Taiwan. I'm Yvonne Neto. The number of applications reached an all-time high at the three-day civil service exam in Taiwan, as more than 120,000 people registered for 2,710 positions. The acceptance rate is only at 2.2%. Although an additional quota of 803 applications were allowed for registration this year, the competition for a stable job remained fierce, as the current job market has shown little sign of improvement.
The civil service examination for local government employees this year started on December 24th, and more than 120,000 test takers signed up for the examination, setting a new high record. The test this year plans to admit 2,710 future civil servants. Additional 803 people are to be recruited. The admission rate is only around 2.2%. A lot of test takers sign up for two categories at the same time, hoping to boost their chances of admission, since many want to have a stable job in the sluggish employment market. Ministry of Examination is currently amending laws and plans to include the exam into the civil servant examination, which will be held twice a year instead of the current practice of once a year. In terms of the reform of national examination system, most test takers find the change quite helpful. The ministry says it will consider future law amendment to reflect the reality in local governments, and it doesn't have a timetable regarding to the test reform, while the current format will continue to function.
The 5th People's Citizen Journalism Awards have received a total of 5,600 nominated candidates so far this year, and a total of 67,000 nominated news reports. Citizen journalism is growing in Taiwan due to the widespread dissatisfaction with the range and quality of traditional mainstream news, as it could play an important role of a watchdog over traditional media in terms of timeliness and depth of coverage.
A camera can be a platform, allowing everyone to work as a reporter. For the past 5 years, People Post Taiwan Citizen Journalism Platform has reported meaningful news by local citizens. It has even entered the mainstream media, such as a report by Chen Zi'an, who filed a report about the Miaoli County government dumping nearly 700 caddies of bullfrogs into the wild. This led the mainstream media to follow up with a report, as he was able to win a short news film prize and also affect county policy. A total of 5,600 people have signed up to become citizen reporters, and they come from all walks of life. From Tainan Sanhua, there's a person who delivered newspapers and a person who worked as a plumber, electrician, and painter, as well as a projectionist. At present, this lottery ticket seller, Huang Gengguo, files a report whenever he has time. He visits farmers and talks about their pain. This citizen reporter said that he used to feel helpless when it came to the plight of farmers, but now he has a platform to share this news. He hopes his news reports can influence others, as this news platform has assembled a total of 70,000 news reports. Each one is done with a love of the land and will help Taiwan grow stronger.
New Taipei City government held its first ever Christmas celebration following the upgrade of its new status of a special municipality. Some of the Army's baseball players of the Brother Elephant team joined the festive event with their fans on Christmas Eve.
These young drummers are wearing sleeveless tops in the cold weather, and their performers kicked off the Christmas shopping carnival with a band. The Fuzhong Business Circle in the Banqiao district was packed with tens of thousands of people. The Brother Elephant baseball team, whose home court is in the Xinzhuang Baseball Stadium, sent its players with a mixed background, including Wang Shengwei, Zhang Zhengwei, Peng Zhenming, and Zhou Siqi, to celebrate the night with baseball fans. In the biggest Christmas Eve parade ever held in New Taipei City, Mayor Eric Zhu showed up to party with parade goers and exchanged gifts with the baseball players. The event lasted into evening. Besides the parade that required street closures, there was a concert where singers took the stage to entertain massive crowds.
Coinciding with Christmas this year, Taiwan's oldest Catholic church in Pingdong, the Wanjing Basilica of Immaculate Conception, held a major celebration for its 150th anniversary. The festivities were felt throughout the village as each household celebrated the birth of Jesus Christ, attracting a lot of tourists on Christmas Eve.
Pingtung County's Wantuan Township, Wanqing Village saw heavy traffic in the evening as police provided traffic control as many were coming to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the Basilica of the Immaculate Conception. A special Christmas Eve celebration spread to the community, bringing out a large group of tourists, helping make the community very festive. Over 70% of Wanqing Village residents are Catholic, and the Christmas Day commemoration has become a tradition, with each family hosting a special nativity scene. The intense religious fervor of the area has become a specialty of the area, and the Saturday, December 24th Christmas Eve program, including a procession of the baby Jesus, music, smoke, and fireworks. For one day, this village surged with several thousand tourists celebrating a joyful Christmas.
Hearing damage from headphones is probably more common among commuters, as a research conducted abroad found that from a pool of 4,500 commuters surveyed, 9 out of every 10 persons listen to music through headphones, potentially leading to hearing impairment over time. Doctors suggest that one should take a rest every half an hour to prevent any permanent hearing damage.
The MRT car is packed with commuters who are either going to work or school. Since it's going to be a while before reaching their destination, a lot of them are wearing headphones and listening to music to kill time. But a recent U.S. research suggests they should do otherwise, as the research indicates that 9 out of every 10 persons experience hearing damage after listening to music through headphones over the long term. According to local doctors, the usual conversation is approximately 60 decibels. Commuters are often exposed to a noisy environment that is between 70 to 80 decibels. If they wear headphones and listen to music for 8 hours a day over the long term, this could cause hearing problems. Therefore, doctors suggest commuters to control the volume and take a 10-minute break every 30 minutes. For New Year revelers or those who go to huge concerts, one way to minimize the risks of hearing damage is to stay away from loudspeakers and boom boxes.
An NGO published a collection of 28 essays entitled Our Story, Our Family, featuring the story of a gay couple whose marriage was not granted under the Taiwan law and the life of a single mother. There's also an essay on a heterosexual couple who oppose the institution of marriage as they interpret the definition of a family through their actions.
At this wedding ceremony, these newlyweds hope to get the support of their families to help them form a family. Most people define marriage or family in this manner, but some people simply do not fit this model. This leads to many non-typical families, as the Taiwan Alliance to Promote Civil Partnership Rights sponsored an essay competition that started in March of last year. The competition had the subject of getting married, with the first prize in the competition going to a lesbian woman, chronicling her and her companion's mental journey. There is also an essay about a divorced woman who brought her children to live with her mother and form a family. And there was also a heterosexual couple that opposed the system of marriage. These essays were collected in a book and published to show more people that there are many different families in our communities, with each family demanding respect, support, and legal protection.
The Shiling Night Market in Taipei officially opened at a new location just in time for the holiday season, as vendors are busy setting up their new shop fronts. Some shoppers believe the new underground location has taken the fun out of the shopping experience, while some vendors complained against the smaller allotted space. However, most vendors are positive about the changes and hope to keep the customers coming back with their delicious foods.
Owner of the teppanyaki restaurant is busy preparing food ingredients such as beef and vegetable to get ready for the busy hours. Given the crowds in the trial operation on December 24th, some businessmen who are worried they might lose their customers find it confident that the new site would bring in more people. However, still some vendors complain that the allotted space is a lot smaller than before and that some customers believe making the site underground would not guarantee the same kind of fun of taking a walk in the night market. The first underground market in Taiwan has a safety design of its gas system that enables individual vendors to switch it on and off without interfering with other vendors. In case of fire, there are 9 exits that can enable visitors to leave efficiently. The relocated Shilin Night Market is now welcoming visitors to come and see its changes.